Hi guys, we will be discussing an interesting topic in this video. In our earlier discussions, we've focused on what is input tax credit, what are the eligibility criteria and the conditions that are required to be fulfilled by a registered dealer to avail input tax credit. Just imagine you fulfilled all the required conditions and you are eligible to claim input tax credit. One important aspect here is when we purchase any input within the state, we will pay CGST and SGST. On the other hand, if we make any purchase outside the state, we pay IGST to our supplier. And whatever the tax is paid will be reflected in our electronic credit ledger as input tax credit. Now we may have CGST credit, SGST credit and IGST credit in our electronic credit ledger. When we sell some of the goods to our customers, we may collect from them CGST, SGST or IGST depending upon the place of supply. If we sell our goods within state, then CGST and SGST will be charged in our invoice, whereas if we sell our goods outside the state, we are going to charge IGST to our customer. Whatever the money collected has to be paid to the government as our outward tax liability. If we need to pay IGST to the government and we have CGST, SGST and IGST credits in our electronic credit ledger, then the question is how we need to use these credits. This will remain as $1 million question. In this video, I address this issue through a story. So let's start our story. Once upon a time, there was a mother and her son living in a city with all the love in their life. The time started to move slowly and steadily. The cute son transformed to be a handsome hunk 28 years down the line. He married to a beautiful lady and they were living happily for some years, but their fortune about to get changed. When he was working in his office, he gets a mail and a call reminding him about the money borrowed from his friend for his wedding. He was taken aback by this mail, worried and stressed. He speaks to himself, money, 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 and lots of money. How can I arrange it? Suddenly, he remembers his savings that he has accumulated since so many years. He realizes even this is not enough. He then asks his beloved mother and caring wife for the money. They both offered him what they can offer. Then he keeps all this money in a case and steps towards his friend's home with a happy face. The fate has not taken his dark side from this family. Few months later, the mother had to face cash crunch and she speaks to herself, I want some money. Whatever I have is not enough. Whom shall I ask? Suddenly, she remembers her loving son and she explains him about the trouble she is facing currently. The loving son immediately gives what his mother needs. Feeling contented, the Bollywood typical Sas murmurs, "I will never ask my daughter-in-law for anything." The time goes on, the son and his beautiful wife blessed with a beautiful angel. Then it's the time for the fate to enter their lives. One day, his wife wanted to surprise her daughter with a gift. She started to planning for the required amount. She broke open her piggy bank and counts the money in it, which was not at all enough. She then asks her husband, and he gives his debit card to the wife to purchase the gift. Like the Bahu of Indian daily soaps, she imagines her mother-in-law and her treasure box, but tells to herself, "Thank God, I will not ask anything from my mother-in-law," with a sarcastic expression. With all these twists and turns, they lived happily ever after. Let me describe the characters of the story. The son's role played by IGST, mothers by CGST, and the wife by SGST. This is a story of GST. This is a story of utilization of input tax credit. You have seen the story involving three characters: son, mother, and wife, in and as IGST, CGST, and SGST respectively. How exactly these are related to the utilization of input tax credit, I will elaborate in our next video on the input tax credit, the crux. Till then, wait for the climax of this story. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you like the video, give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel by clicking subscribe button. If you want to share the video, you can share the video, because you can learn to share and share to learn. If you want to get continuous notification, click the bell icon there. And if you have any comments, doubts, clarification, please write here. Thank you once again. Thank you all.